No one in the courtroom was ready for what they were about to hear. 51 bullets. 3 reloads. And a defendant who showed no remorse. But what shocked everyone even more was what happened when Judge Stevens finally spoke. The courtroom was silent as the case began. At the center stood the defendant. Confident. Smirking. Completely unfazed. Across the room sat the victims' families, holding back tears. Everyone expected a serious hearing. No one expected chaos. As the charges were read aloud, the defendant rolled his eyes. He laughed quietly under his breath. Even when the details were mentioned. 51 shots fired. 3 separate reloads. He showed no emotion at all. That's when the tension started building. Presiding over the courtroom was Judge Stevens. Known for being calm, fair, and extremely patient. But also known for one thing. He never tolerated disrespect. The prosecutor began presenting the timeline. 51 bullets fired in total. 3 times. The weapon was emptied. And reloaded. Each reload showing clear intent. Clear control. And no hesitation. The courtroom grew heavier with every detail. Then suddenly, the defendant laughed again. Out loud this time. "You making it sound worse than it is," he said. That's when everything changed. The judge leaned forward. Eyes locked directly on him. "Do you think this is funny?" Judge Stevens asked. The room froze. No one spoke. The defendant shrugged. That single gesture was enough. Judge Stevens removed his glasses slowly, placed them on the desk, and leaned forward. "You fired 51 bullets. You stopped 3 separate times, reloaded, and continued. That is not panic. That is a decision." The courtroom was completely silent. Behind the defendant, a victim's mother began crying. Quietly at first. Then uncontrollably. The sound echoed across the room. For the first time, the defendant stopped smiling. But instead of apologizing, he shook his head. "This whole thing is exaggerated," he said. That was it. That was the moment. Judge Stevens had heard enough. The judge's voice changed instantly. No longer calm. No longer patient. "You will not come into this courtroom. Mock the victims. Disrespect the law. And expect leniency." His voice echoed through the room. Even the lawyers stayed silent. Judge Stevens looked directly at the defendant. "You had chances to stop. You chose not to. You had chances to show remorse. You refused." Every word hit harder than the last. "This court finds your actions deliberate, dangerous, and completely without justification." The sentence was severe. But no one in that courtroom was surprised. Some moments define a case. Others define a person. But in this courtroom, the truth was clear. Respect matters. And actions have consequences.